First, I have to look for tree trunks that were cut many years ago and eaten by ants, so that I can make use of the patterns created as a result of the trunk being eaten by the ants. As you can see, these are the patterns I'm talking about. I've collected many pieces, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove the pointed parts and make one side to be relatively flat, because I'll be attaching it to the frame or the skeleton of the artistic frame. By chopping the unwanted parts, I also have to take care not to mess with the pattern created by the ants. I had to wash them to remove soil and humus that were attached to the pieces. After washing, I did a heat treatment by partially burning the parts so that I can obtain an old vintage look. I had to sand off extremely burnt areas since they absorb a lot of paint, and this can ruin the part during the final touch when painting. So I had to do the same procedure over and over again to make sure all the pieces have the same kind of taste. I drill holes for mounting the pieces on the skeleton of the frame. After all the processes, this is how I wanted the parts to look like. As you can see, some other parts are burnt, some other parts are not burnt. As I was preparing other parts, I was also making an outline of the frame. It was 59 by 42 centimeters. Now it was time to stain the pieces, so I used mahogany varnish to stain all the pieces. So I used the sharp stick with white paint to make contours on the parts. Make sure when you're applying the contours on the parts, make sure the varnish paint is still wet, so that it will result to a pink-like contours. I applied another coat to the parts so that I can achieve the last fine appearance of the parts.